The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Meanwhile, Jones, the throw completed to Hyatt.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. They run over center with Mitchell.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Smith. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. They'll hand it off now. Williams.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
The busy night continues for Williams. Fighting
through and he's got space. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday.
Smith's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 2nd down, Williams shoves him away. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Smith here, an audible at the line. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Smith, rolling to his right. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock, and they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Jones. Connecting with Hill. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Detroit Johnson.
Jones. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Tuesday. 13 next. Come on,
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What a finish in this one.